Welcome back. We are going to cover some more rhythm patterns in this lesson. This time we're going to add another up strum. So we're just adding to what we've already been doing, and then we might even mix it up a bit and throw another chord in there while we're doing these rhythm patterns. We want to take baby steps towards our goals. Sometimes we try to get going so fast and so far that we end up just getting frustrated or we give up because we're not able to do what we want to be able to do. But it's good to kind of take these baby steps along the way, and you'll start to see progress, and you'll start to see where and how it's working for you. So with this rhythm pattern, all we're going to do is add another up strum, but this time it's going to be after the fourth beat. So we'll keep the up strum on the and after the third beat, and then we'll add an extra and after the fourth beat. So it's going to go like this: 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. So we're just adding one extra up strum to our rhythm. Now, what we can try to do is, if we're playing the E chord, if you wanted to challenge yourself, you kind of felt like you've got this down, you want to add an extra chord in there, what you can try to do is use this rhythm pattern, and then after one bar change to a different chord, or after a couple bars change to, let's say, the D chord, and do that same rhythm pattern. But here's what I want you to remember and want you to really focus on is, even if your fretting hand isn't getting to the chord fast enough, I still want you to keep moving your strumming arm. And the reason why is because you don't want to get into the habit of stopping and starting and stopping and starting when you're playing a song and always waiting for your fretting hand to catch up. You want to get to the point where you're playing a nice steady rhythm and you're sort of forcing your fretting hand to get to that chord. Instead of strumming something and then stopping and then getting your fingers in place and then starting again, you want to keep this arm just moving steadily. You just want that, just a nice consistent rhythm. You want that hand just to be moving along with the tempo, with the rhythm of the song. So let your fretting hand catch up to your strumming hand, and then that will just create just a consistent strumming rhythmic pattern for your strumming hand. So just keep that in mind as we're playing. Let's try this together. We're just going to play the E chord right now, and we're going to add the extra and after the fourth beat. So 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 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 now yourself, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Okay, now let's add the D chord into this, or whatever chord you might be working on. But just the idea is to keep the same rhythm pattern, but just add a chord into the mix, just to kind of keep your fretting hand involved in the process. So here we go: 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 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 1. Okay, now again, remember, don't worry if your fretting hand can't keep up. Just keep strumming, and eventually you'll get to the point where your fretting hand will get to the chords faster and faster. But the key is just to kind of keep that arm moving. Okay, challenge yourself and notice maybe keep track of what tempo you're starting at. Maybe start, at 60 beats per minute, and then keep track of how you're doing it, especially with the chord changes. If you get to the point where 60 is just really comfortable for you, and not necessarily your left hand, but your fretting hand is keeping up with things, then bump it up to 80 beats per minute or 100 beats per minute. But definitely start slow until you're at the point where you're comfortably playing a couple different chords, keeping the same rhythm and same tempo. All right, we will see you in the next lesson.